Our top story, even as the COVID surge continues, China has decided to reopen its borders and abandon quarantine rules. China has also announced it will downgrade the management category for COVID. The changes will come into effect from the 8th of January. Health officials made the announcement on Tuesday. Listen in.
对这个公布的频次做调整，我们将根据这个疫情的这个情况做动态的调整，最终就回归到这个乙类传染病是1个月公布一次。
Downgrading the management category means COVID data will now only be made public once a month. This means the country will officially stop isolating people with COVID and designating areas as high risk. Reducing the frequency of COVID data announcements comes after China has already changed how it classifies COVID deaths. China now only counts COVID deaths if the victim died of respiratory failure while infected with the virus. They're not counted if someone dies of any other underlying health condition while being infected with COVID. This is why China just reported 1 COVID death on the 26th of December. Meanwhile, Chinese citizens are lining up outside makeshift clinics. This temporary fever clinic in Shanghai has been set up at a now defunct COVID-19 test site. Doctors say hospitals are overwhelmed with 5 to 6 times more patients than usual. Most of the patients are elderly. China is reportedly trying to incentivize vaccinations for the country's older population. It is allegedly paying about $72 to each elderly citizen to encourage them to get a vaccine shot. However, there is still vaccine hesitancy because of fears of side effects. Fears of getting infected with COVID are also high. Reports say less people are roaming the streets in China. This has led to empty shops and restaurants. It's impacting the demand for goods and services. Meanwhile, China is trying to boost its tourism sector. It has announced a relaxation of travel restrictions. China will stop demanding that inbound travelers go into quarantine. Like we said, this comes into effect on the 8th of January. Chinese residents have welcomed the changes.
I think there will definitely be a pickup. I think many people have put up their travel plans on hold for years, including business trips. So I believe whether it is for public or private reasons, there will be a huge increase in people traveling and people will all push their travel plans forward on the agenda. I am very optimistic about the recovery of tourism.
Just half an hour after the announcement, searches for popular cross-border destinations increased tenfold in China. Searches for international flights jumped sevenfold. Macau, Hong Kong, Japan, Thailand, South Korea were the most viewed trip destinations.